Shalom everyone, and I hope you had a wonderful Passover. You know, on the second night of Passover in the Haggadah, we begin counting the Omer for 49 days. And on the 50th, we have our next holiday, Shavuot. I like to take this time, these 49 days, as a time for a spiritual tune-up. The Kabbalists have added a Kabbalistic aspect to this counting of the Omer, which originally was about the harvest, but through our spiritual development became about our own spiritual tune-up, our own spiritual balancing of our system. Now, this chart that I have behind me, you may never have seen before. It's called the Sephirot, the spheres. And in simple language, it represents the different aspects of our personality and the ones in which sometimes get out of balance. Like over here, we have judgment. Sometimes we can be too judgmental. And over here, we have chesed. Sometimes we can actually be too kind, and we need to come into balance in this place right here of compassion, tiferet. So in each day of the counting of the Omer, we look at a different balancing act between these attributes of our personality. Now, each week, we work on one aspect, and we work on balancing it with all of the other attributes in our personality that need to come into harmony with that aspect. For instance, like I said, judgment. Because not all judgment, for instance, is bad. So I want to invite you to become part of this process of spiritually tuning up your system with me throughout the next 6 weeks of the counting of the Omer. Now you can say the blessing every day and say the count, but you can also follow us on the Adath Facebook, where every day I will be making a comment about what we're working on. And you can think about it to yourself and make a comment too. So go to the Adath Facebook page. If you haven't joined, you really should. Now, we'll also have, just below this video right here, a link so that every day you can read about the Sefirot that we're working on and think about what it is that you need to do in these areas. Let me give you an example of how this might work. Day 8, which is today, the underlying intention and motive in discipline or in judgment is love. Why do we measure our behavior? Why do we establish standards and expect people to live up to them? Only because of love. And the exercise for today might be, before you criticize someone today, think about it. Is your criticism coming out of a place of love? And we'll do this together for the next 6 weeks, and I would love to hear your comments. And I hope that this spiritual tune-up that we're all going to do together is going to bring us all a sense of well-being, a sense of being more balanced, and help us to tune up our soul a little bit so we can come into Shavuot, the receiving of Torah, in a better place. Shalom, everybody, and Shabbat Shalom for this week.